Okay, so we've laid out the parts with the main body and the bumper and trigger attachments already together. And then these three pieces are joystick movement bar, that's this. This one is the top piece right here. And this guy is, ooh, where's the connector here? This is the connector. So that's parts A, B, and C. Those three go together. And then these four are to go over the D-pad. And that's what the main body piece looks like by itself. So in this situation, we want to replace both. And this at the back is going to be your trigger. It's because it's a bit wider than this this gap at the front. You're going to feel it with your fingers. There's one track and that's at the front of your controller. You know it's the front of your controller because it's got where the Xbox button goes. So you put it there, and easiest way is to go under, and then you flip up. And she locks in place like that, or like fits onto that track, you know? So as long as this is sturdy, you can use your right to maneuver like this. And so we are going to replace it with yellow. Just flip the colors around. So yep, on an angle to the side, and then twister to meet the track before it slides in. And so that should give you full range and a way to replace if needed. Okay, so the easiest way to assemble is if we send this already together, and then because the angle it goes in on is a bit funny unless you were to press this against your leg. So I can try that now. So if you press it against, you're putting the left side of the controller in there, and then you kind of just want to like pinch and squeeze down. And then the goal is to line that part up here with that, and to have this curved bit hug over the Xbox button there. And on this side, it just kind of like slides over. So you're gonna want to even just push down maybe. But this part, because the triggers are there, it's sensitive, so you just want to be careful when you push that down like that. And yeah, so then you can kind of shimmy this part to the middle, and it secures there. Right here at the top, you can still put your charging cable through, so that you won't have to take out a battery every time it dies. You may want to stay plugged in because of that. And yeah, so let's move on to the next part. Okay, so setting this aside, this part is a bit maybe funny, but basically on here you've got this like scoopy, and it's like a slot to go in the bottom. And the joystick on the left-hand side is just gonna slot right there. And then what we're gonna do is put this guy here, and this is the bar to connect them. So those are the ABC pieces on the list. So that just clips in right here. And this guy, actually you may wanna, see on the side here, there's this like little cup to receive the ball on the side of that main body frame. So if you just kind of snap it together, it'll have some good direction side to side. And that is only until you connect the bridge between them, this like little arm guy here. So move my fingers out of the way, this bridge connects there. And the design of that is so that when you're holding with this hand, if it were to rest on a table, or better yet, rest on your leg, is you can use this leg, that lever that's there on your table, on your leg, whatever it is, or even just rest it up against your other arm. you could use it to move that joystick. And this side allows you to use, that's the trigger and that's the bumper. So the issue, yeah, you can hear it clicking, and sometimes it's a little slippy, so you may want to attach like a tiny little bit of grip tape there, so it like grip tape here on each piece, so it gets a little bit of like a little bit more grab, because that's just the way it's designed. And then the last part is kind of fun, because these tiny little guys all have writing on them. So you are L and D, and these clip on right to this bar here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 little slots to go over, to reach over the D-pad, and you put them in order. And the orders on the instructions are URLD. So we just put U in the top. We put R or D on the bottom. I guess it's out of order, that's okay. And R is second, and L is third. We've already got D in there, so we just push, and so yeah, these buttons will allow you to hit each part of the D-pad. So they're not quite over the pad, and all that means is that this just needs to be pushed in a little bit closer. So that goes right over there. Now let's see this guy, right. Yep, and up. Perfect. So yeah, and then that's just about fandangling it so it's at the right spot right there to go over. And then you just remember you have this thing that'll be rested on something with a little bit of texture, like the fabric of your pants or against your other arm. It will allow you to move that joystick. So that should be the way you can use with only one hand. Okay, say you got to this stage, but for some reason, any reason, you need to take it off, you need to get the battery out. The easiest way to take it off again is to push up on, push up on that middle part before it slides, slides and pops off to the down and left. And then that would make it easier to take off if you do have to get to anything underneath. Okay, now worst case scenario, something breaks and you have to take apart this already assembled main body plus the trigger and the bumper pieces. So the easiest way to do that, if you turn it like this, you can see they're kind of like on a lever in the middle, teeter-totter. And this one, just be very careful because they're so fragile, the bits, but you also, I might have injured one already. Yeah, so to do that, it's easiest to pull down, but also you turn it slightly. So pop down and then to the side, twisty, and then she should pop out the other way. Same thing with this side, is you can pop down and then kind of twist her on an angle to get her out. And that's what the main body piece looks like by itself. So in this situation, we want to replace both. And this at the back is going to be your trigger. It's because it's a bit wider than this this gap at the front. You're going to feel it with your fingers. There's one track, and that's at the front of your controller. You know it's the front of your controller because it's got where the Xbox button goes. So you put it there, and easiest way is to go under, and then you flip up, and she locks in place like that, or like fits onto that track, you know? So as long as this is sturdy, you can use your right to maneuver like this. And so we are going to replace it with yellow, just flip the colors around. So yep, on an angle to the side, and then twister to meet the track before it slides in. And so that should give you full range and a way to replace if needed.